Ladies and gentlemen, good Tuesday evening. I'm pulling double duty. We did last night with Coach Klein of the Hillsdale Falcons, and tonight I get the opportunity to reintroduce you all to someone we interviewed week one, dubbed the greatest interview never seen because we had technical difficulties, but thankfully Coach Ted Ginn of the Glenville Tarblooders back with us yet again. Coach, happy Tuesday evening. How we doing?
Okay. How are you?
I'm doing phenomenal, sir. After all that snow this morning, it seems to be gone. Life is good.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty bad this morning.
How much did you guys get up in Cleveland?
We got about 3 or 4 inches or something like that.
Okay. We got about, I think, a little bit more. I live in Akron, so a little bit more. But yeah, I drive to Alliance for work, and a 30-minute drive turned into an hour and 10.
Yeah.
So it was bad.
Yeah, the schools was closed. So.
Yeah, it's okay. But like we all know, it's Ohio. We're all used to it, right? This is what we do. It's not the first time, won't be the last time that we get snow. But Coach, phenomenal season for you guys. You finished 11-3. You go back to the state title game for the fifth time, taking on newcomer, the Shelby Whippets. Coach, how are we feeling after this amazing regular season that you guys had?
I feel good no matter what. You know what I'm saying? We had one of the toughest schedules in high school football this year. And we won a couple and we lost a couple. But, we accepted the challenge, so it was good for us. We could have closed out with a couple more wins, but you know how it goes, football. But
it is.
Yeah, I'm happy for the journey, you know what I'm saying? So
last week you guys took on a very tough Indian Valley team. Mr. Ohio, I guess he's one of the contestants to be selected as Mr. Ohio, and Grady Kinsey. What did you think of Grady Kinsey and that Indian Valley team?
Man, they was tough as nails, man. That little guy is tough. I was talking to somebody that said, man, I haven't seen a back like that probably since Claret. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
that's a great comparison. I love it.
You know what I'm saying? And we had to hit him, but you just can't hit him because he takes all the hits. He keep his feet moving. I mean, he was pretty tough. The team was tough. They wasn't the state champions last year for nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm not sure. God blessed us to have an opportunity to win, but it was down to the wire. And I'm thankful for that.
Well, obviously, he's headed to the Air Force, so we won't have to worry about Grady Kinsey against Glenville, but he is a phenomenal player. I have said on this show a few times that I think he is a generational talent. He is an incredible back. However, Glenville, you guys have a ton of talent, and you have a potential Mr. Ohio as well. Let's talk about him.
Sincere is a great talent. He's a 5-star. He's a super athlete, for his size. But the main thing that he's smart as a whip. I mean, he know the game. He's smart. He's the quarterback of the defense, and he's just a great kid. 4.0 student. It's very seldom you find kids that are great kids, great students, and great players. When you find it like that, that's a blessing.
He's a very talented player. I'm going to enjoy watching him on Friday morning when you guys take on Shelby. Coach, I asked Coach Klein of Hillsdale, they play Saturday morning. You guys play Friday morning. What is your thoughts on this 10:30 kickoff? Obviously, you guys are used to playing a little bit later in the day. Do you think that that's going to be a factor for both teams, that it's so early in the morning?
Well, naturally, you would think that it's a factor because who plays football at 10:30 in the morning? So, naturally, we have to think that it's going to be a factor, because the kids are still kind of sleepy and different things like that, So, but I'm leaving tomorrow trying to keep them together by Friday. So we stay in the hotel and try to um, keep them focused and get some rest, and I got my hand on them. So, yeah, I know that we trying to be in some type of shape for Friday morning.
Are you guys going to have time to visit the Pro Football Hall of Fame? Is that something that Glenville will do before the
Yeah,
game?
we did that a few years back, the last time. I'm not going to do it this time. I want to continue to focus on the game and just spending the time with the kids and having meetings and studying films and doing things like that. You know, we're gonna be early in the morning, so I want to make sure that Thursday night they get into bed early and we get up early Friday morning. So tomorrow we'll just take the whole day and have practice and have meetings and film study and chapel, and we do all that. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we roll.
That's phenomenal. I was getting ready to ask. So how much changes in your week prep, obviously, for a game that normally happens Friday night? Does much change since it's an earlier kickoff, or will you guys still kind of stick to the same schedule that you normally do?
No, I'm trying to practice like early in the morning. You know what I'm saying? On Thursday. Um, Today we went a little early. Tomorrow, because we can't really uh, go too early because it's we had school. We didn't have school today, but Thursday we'll try to do it a little early.
Okay. I
You know,
love it. Coach, what have you seen with this Shelby Whippets team that you'll take on Friday? Obviously, they're undefeated. What
yeah.
have you seen on video and on tape of this team?
Well, first of all, let's start with the quarterback. The quarterback is real good. We played against him a few years back, and he has improved a lot. He got some receivers there that can really play. They can hurt you on offense, and defensively they're kind of like a veteran defense. I think a lot of those guys played last year, have been together for the last 2-3 years. So they naturally they fundamentally sound, well coached. They wouldn't be in the state championship. So all that is just basic fundamental stuff that you have to be concerned with.
Now, Coach, what are going to be some keys to the victory for the Tarblooders in order to get another state title? You won one in 22, you won one in 23. What is it going to take to win one in 25?
Well, try to be as perfect as possible in all three phases: offense, defense, and special team. Not make mistakes, and just do what you've been taught. Try not to fumble the ball, get a penalty. You know what I'm saying? Just stay fundamentally sound and do what you've been taught, and
I love it.
try to be perfect in those three areas.
Coach, you talked about it a little earlier about your guys' schedule. You played Massillon right out of the gate. You guys have played some very, very talented football teams. What have you learned about your team? Is it they're resilient, or is it just a talented group? What has been the caveat to get to where you are now, having faced some of the tough challenges that you guys have gone through?
Yeah, well, I think a lot of it is being resilient is one. Um, I think that we have the talent, but I think that what I've learned more about that, we didn't falter. Like last week we got behind and we worked back. I think that we have improved in finishing games because that's the only reason why we lost the other games. we just didn't finish. And then, you get a couple bad calls here and there. But we just didn't fold. And I think that the thing of just being wanting to be a state championship team, I think that's, I've learned that they really is fighting for that. Last year we lost to semifinal regionals, state finals, semifinals last year, and that kind of stung. So they keep
Excuse me.
remembering that. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that our brotherhood, we believe spiritually that we can get it done so that God can get the glory. You know what I'm saying? So all that is part of what I've learned with the team.
Getting a little choked up, Coach. Jeez. Had some throat wouldn't go away.
Yeah.
Coach, obviously, Glenville, phenomenal team. Excuse me, my goodness. Usually I have a co-host that can help me out. He's not here, so I'm doing it.
By yourself.
Appreciate you, Moon Man, for hooking me up with some water. Coach, Division 4.
Mm-hmm.
There's been some rumors that could change for you guys next year. Have you even thought about any of that? Is those rumors true, or are you just kind of wait to see what will happen next year?
I don't know. I haven't heard the rumors. What was the rumors?
The rumor that has broke is that Glenville was going to merge with a different school, and that may allow you guys to move up to maybe Division 3, Division 2. There were a few schools apparently up in Cleveland that were going to merge, and you guys were named to take on one of those schools.
Yeah, well, that's possible. It's not many kids in that school. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure. It's just no kids around. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure how this going to work. So it is.
You're a veteran. You know what's going on. I don't think it matters if you're in Division 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to get your guys ready to play, ready to go each and every week.
Yeah.
Coach, obviously, what would a state title in 25 mean to you, Coach Ginn?
Well, one thing it'll mean a lot because this group of kids have went to the region. They have won the regional championship 4 years in a row. And they have an opportunity to be the first team to have 3 out of 4 years state titles, if they can win. And that's history. But it means a lot, man, because to keep kids focused today for 16 weeks is huge, man. And this is for every coach in Ohio. And they'll probably tell you the same thing. It's work, man. And I don't think that people really understand how much work it takes to have the kids of today. How much wear and tear that is. We talk about the kids, but nobody talks about the coaches. You know what I'm saying? To come up with a scheme every day to keep them focused. When they looking outside of your program, and sometimes they say they want to win state titles, but then they see everybody else around that's not even, that already hung up their helmets. You know what I'm saying? And they, in this cold and this, they want it, but they don't want to sacrifice that time. You know what I'm saying? So it becomes a struggle to keep them engaged mentally and physically.
I don't think people realize, when did your season start? You guys started obviously over the summer, but as a coach, have you stopped working? Have you had a little bit of a break since last year?
No, we started in February, so we've been going since February.
Wow.
And I had a camp tour. That's a 2-week deal. It's a lot of wear and tear, man, and you keep trying to tell them this is how you get it done. This is what it is. But you know, they human, and it's tough, man, for real. You know what I'm saying? But it's so necessary that if you can keep them engaged that long, you're doing the work of God. You know, because you're keeping them focused, and you know, it's just a lot. You know, man. You know,
So what I'm hearing is that the entire Glenville coaching staff is going to need a little vacation when this season's over.
Absolutely, especially me.
Especially Coach Ginn. You have been a phenomenal coach. I love getting the opportunity to talk to you. It's more than just football with you, and I absolutely love it. I know that football is like down here, and there's other things that are obviously more important than football, and I love that. You're not afraid to say it.
No. I mean,
a lot of coaches could be, but you've been doing this a long time. It seems like you're just ready to go, and you're happy to share everything from faith, football, family, all of those things. I absolutely love that about you, Coach. It is phenomenal.
Yeah, you know, it's no off season. You know what I'm saying? I go straight into track. So, you know, but this is what you have to do, because these are the entities that I use to stay engaged. You know, so it is.
Well, obviously, you've got a big game on Friday. We're going to be cheering for Glenville as they take on Shelby. Coach, a side note, obviously, your son went to Ohio State. Were you excited that the Buckeyes finally got over the hump and beat that team up north?
Absolutely. You know, hey, you know, it's go Bucks.
It's go Bucks or else, right? I mean, they have a quality team. We finally beat them. They've been a roadblock for us. Yeah. I know that Ohio State means something to you as well, but Ohio State takes a back seat when you guys take on Shelby this Friday morning at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. Coach Ginn, it is always a pleasure to get a chance to speak to you. I love it. I wish you nothing but success, and you are welcome to come back on this show as many times as you want. You have an open invitation.
Okay, I appreciate that. You know, we can get on the horn and talk about whatever you want to talk about, as long as helping to develop children and making a difference in the world and leaving an impact. That's what it's all about.
There's nothing more to say. That was incredible. Coach Ginn, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Good luck again, and we can't wait to talk to you again soon.
Thank you. All right.
Take care, Coach.